When you think of bullying, it's often the obnoxious kid on the playground at school. But bullying in the workplace is real and a serious problem. It can lead to a toxic work environment. According to the Workplace Bullying Institute, 30% of adult Americans are bullied at work, and 43% of remote workers are bullied. There are some ways to combat this, so let's examine.
Hi, I'm Jenny Clark, a conscious leadership expert who spent 2 decades in executive recruiting and talent management. Having worked with giants like Google, Spencer Stuart, I discovered that the secret to transformative leadership lies in the 5 dimensions of conscious leadership. And I'm here to help you unlock your full potential. Join me on this channel as we embark on an honest and vulnerable journey together to become the kind of leader that genuinely inspires organizational transformation.
I have a few ways you can get involved in this conscious community. First, I've created a free career map to help you uncover your next career move. Second, I've created exclusive content for you with a community of like-minded leaders. And lastly, I send out a free newsletter every week. To learn more, check out the description of this video. Here's a personal story. I was bullied as a rather senior-level executive by someone more senior than me and to whom I reported. Yes, bullying can happen at all levels of an organization. I tell the story of Evan in the video titled Dealing with a Difficult Boss or Toxic Work Environment. Here's what you do next. He started playing subtle games like, "You're too corporate," and moved on to accusing me of having done something wrong when it was the absolute right thing to do under the circumstances. I would call this gaslighting, one of the many forms of bullying. You've probably heard the term. You might not know that it's a reference to a 1940s movie called Gaslight, in which the husband tries to suggest to his wife that she's crazy after she notices pictures missing and strange footsteps in the night and dimming gas lights or street lights. In today's parlance, it's a form of psychological abuse in which a person or group causes someone to question their own sanity, memories, or perception of reality. Now, in my situation, I was confident enough to sidestep his comments, but notice my performance rating and compensation didn't seem to align with my contributions and accomplishments. Long story short, I escalated it. There was an investigation. It seems I wasn't alone. He had done this to others. Let's just say he left the organization before I did. The whole thing was demoralizing and taxing. No one should have to deal with that behavior in the workplace, ever. There's an excellent Harvard Business Review article called How Bullying Manifests at Work and How to Stop It that I highly recommend. Here are several points I'd like to amplify from the article. Of the 15 features mapped to common archetypes, the screamer and the schemer are 2 examples. The screamer is, as the name suggests, loud and overtly hostile. The schemer can be insidiously dangerous because of their conscious or unconscious, covert, manipulative behavior. Interesting fact that star performers are more likely to be targeted than to be bullies. Those not performing well stooped to try to sabotage those doing well very often. Another point they make in this article, bullying is trauma. That's an important reminder for those who are enduring it, as it's often shouldering the burden of proof while having to keep up work productivity. Bullying reminds us of the importance of fair, equitable hiring and performance assessment. Managers can't just look at the output or hitting metrics to rate or rank their candidates or employees. I'm back to competency-based assessment, which means the manager is asking how questions and hypothetical scenarios to gain insight into the person's level of humility, tolerance for ambiguity, and failure. Here's some lessons. See the signs. Bullying can take many forms, some of which are insidious and hard to identify, not to mention the fact that we often want to blame ourselves first. Write down those incidents or interactions with certain people that leave you feeling off or demoralized or even attacked. If there are witnesses, maybe you ask them without trying to lead them if they observed anything unusual. Acknowledge and ask questions. Now, depending on the relationship with the alleged bully, maybe it's a boss versus a colleague, maybe you rather subtly suggest that you're seeing this dynamic and ask, do you treat everyone this way? I mean, it doesn't seem like screaming is a good way to motivate people. There's a remote chance that you have a novice manager on your hands who's masking their fear with controlling, demoralizing behavior. We don't know how people grew up and what models they revert to when under pressure. The inquiry might shake them into stopping the behavior before it turns into full-blown bullying. Seek support. If the subtle confrontation of the culprit doesn't do the trick, inquire with someone in HR in your organization. They should have a clear protocol to follow under these circumstances. Also do some research on some of the resources like stopbullying.gov and workplacebullying.org. They're listed in the description. Stand your ground. When the target of a bully, we can tend to feel victimized, even weak, for allowing it to happen. This is not the case, and you deserve better. Follow up on any investigation, and if things are not progressing, escalate. And in the meantime, get whatever psychological support that you might need now and even after the matter has been addressed by your employer. These bullies are playing mind games that can be confusing to you on the receiving end, and leverage your employee benefits to the extent possible in availing yourself of these services. Zoom out. You know me by now. I have to question what might be happening on a metaphysical level and ask, why are you attracting this behavior? I'm not suggesting that you created it, but I urge you to ask the next question, which is, what am I supposed to learn from this? Do you see yourself as helpless, as a victim? Think about it. I know firsthand how taking that first step can be the catalyst for a life-changing transformation. I remember the moment I decided to harness my own strengths, and it made all the difference in my career. That's why I created a career mapping tool just for you, to help you uncover your unique competencies and leverage them to design your own career map. Take the first step towards your next level by clicking the link in the video description, and let's start this incredible journey together.